Basketball is back. The NBA season is right around the corner, so I thought it would be fun to make 5 bold predictions that are definitely going to happen this season. Before we get into it, make sure to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell if you are a basketball fan and you want to see consistent basketball content over the season, not just the NBA, also college. So hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. I want to start this off really spicy with the hottest take out of the 5 predictions that I believe I have, and that is that Kevin Durant will be traded by the trade deadline and will not end the season as a Brooklyn Net. The reason why is, honestly, I don't buy that him, Joe Tsai, and Sean Marks have just solved all the issues from last season, especially with Steve Nash still the head coach. I do believe that there's still some bad blood there, and I think they're just trying to sweep it under the rug to see what molds throughout the season and what teams could offer. I feel that KD still isn't happy, and he's putting on this front to the media that he is happy. We saw on media day he said that he feels good because it shows that he's so good that teams aren't willing to take a subpar deal in their eyes just to get rid of KD. And I just don't like what's going on in Brooklyn behind the scenes. I think on court they'll be very good. You look at their roster and it's incredible, to be honest. I do believe that they have a better roster this season than they did last season. Even with James Harden starting the season there, I just feel that they have more depth this season, and they have more quality and depth as well. Not just depth, but quality and depth. Regardless of the on-court stuff, though, I think off the court, it's a mess. KD will not be happy. The Kyrie situation, who knows? Kyrie may not even be there to end the season, you know? So we're just going to have to wait and see. But for me, I just have a feeling that KD is going to be gone. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's to a team like the Suns, you know, with DeAndre Ayton. We've seen his reaction to signing the new contract. I wouldn't be surprised if behind the scenes the Nets and the Suns are kind of talking about it. Who knows? You know, maybe a Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, and throwing a lot of picks for KD. The KD deal will be the biggest deal in NBA history, hands down. We saw the deal for Rudy Gobert. If that's what the Jazz got for Rudy Gobert, then what the Nets will get for KD will be insane, out of this world. But I just don't feel that he'll end this season as a Brooklyn Net. But like I said, this is my boldest prediction, so I am most willing to be wrong about that one. One that I'm not most willing to be wrong about is my second bold prediction, which is that Russell Westbrook will not be traded this season and finish the season as a Laker. This does sound weird to a lot of people because a lot of the speculation in the media is that Westbrook will be traded. The Lakers don't want him there. He's been deleting all these Laker posts from his Twitter and Instagram, all that stuff. The reason why I think he won't be traded is just because it doesn't make sense for the Lakers' future to keep him there. The deals that have been leaked to the Pacers, for example, for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, is Westbrook and then the unprotected 2027 and 2029 first round pick for Buddy Hield and an expiring Miles Turner deal, who in theory would resign for the Lakers. If that deal was to go through, the Lakers are literally gutting their future and will not have a first round pick until 2030. That is 9 years. Do you know what it's like to not have a first round pick for that long? Especially with LeBron getting older now. He's going to be gone in 2 seasons. I'm assuming that's what the extension is. I'm assuming he's not going to stay longer than that. 80s, injuries. And they have a good track record of signing some underrated, undrafted rookies and getting some steals in the second round. Like Austin Reeves was undrafted last season. They picked him up. Max Christie they got in the second round this season. I think it's going to be pretty good. Regardless, though, you need first round picks to progress. And by 2030, I don't believe the Lakers will be the juggernaut that they are right now, if you do consider them a juggernaut. I personally don't, but a lot of people do because of their star power. Giving up Westbrook will destroy their future, and I don't like the risk behind it. I think that the Lakers would prefer just to bite the bullet, see the season out with Russ. He's an expiring deal, and then go from next season. You know that LeBron signed the extension. You know he's going to be there. Let's build the roster around him and AD from then. For now, we'll take the fit with Russ and see what happens, you know, because there's a new system. Darvin Ham comes in. Maybe Russ will have a better season. I honestly do think Russ will have a better season, at least shooting wise. I think he'll shoot higher percentages. I don't think the numbers will be much different because I just think the fit is poor. But I don't see the logic in the Lakers trading Russ, which is why I think that they'll just keep him for the sake of keeping the 2 first-round picks because it's all they have left. And to be honest, the Pacers, for example, say the Pacers deal would go through, isn't even doing that deal for Russ. They're doing it for the 2 first-round picks. I wouldn't be surprised if they do, if the deal does go through, which I don't think will happen. But if it does go through, Russ will be waived. So why not just keep Russ and keep your 2 first-round picks? That's what I would do if I was the GM, but I'm not Rob Pelinka. So what do I know, I guess? The third prediction, and I feel so good about this because if this comes true, I have said it first, and that is that Cade Cunningham will be an all-star this season. Crazy, right? Sounds kind of crazy. Not really. We saw glimpses of Cade last season. 2-way stud that has the potential to average a triple-double. If that doesn't scream all-star for you, then I don't know what is. A lot of you may be thinking, oh, it's too soon for him to be an all-star. He's only going into his 2nd season. But I mean, the Pistons' moves this offseason, both in the draft and during free agency, were great. I think that Bogdanovich pickup was incredible. The fact that they gave up Kelly Olynyk and a few other pieces just to get Bogdanovich was a steal in my opinion. And I think having a deadly spot-up shooter like that will help Cade a lot, especially to go along with Sadiq Bey and then Jaden Ivey in the backcourt if he is healthy to start the season, which I don't know what the evaluation on his injury is, but I'm assuming he will be good. But I just like what the Pistons are doing. I think they've done the rebuild well. And I don't want to spoil anything because I have a video coming up soon with the Eastern and Western Conference predictions. But let's just say if Cade has a season that I'm expecting him to have, the Pistons may or may not make the playoffs. That's all I'm going to say. I'm really high on the Pistons this season, and a lot of that has to do with Cade. And I can see him averaging 22, 8, and like 6 with a steal and a half per game and like close to a block a game. That's an all-star caliber season, especially being a guard in the East. So you heard it here first, guys. When Cade is named an all-star, you heard it here first. So if that's not worth a subscribe with me predicting the future, like every other prediction I made, I don't know what is. My 4th bold prediction, which is probably the most out there one. It's definitely the most extreme one, and that is that Keegan Murray will be Rookie of the Year. A large part of why I'm saying this is his Summer League performance. He was Summer League MVP, and he was just incredible, man. I know he's playing against a lot of undrafted guys and a lot of rookies, and we've seen a lot of people perform well in the Summer League and it not translate to the actual league. But he looks really good. Keegan Murray looks really, really good. He's definitely not the most NBA-ready prospect. Obviously, that's Paolo, and I'd argue Jabari as well. Chet obviously isn't healthy, but Chet would be up there as well. But I think part of it as well is that the Sacramento Kings actually drafted right for once. I can't believe I'm saying that, but they actually drafted once. They didn't draft a guard to create a backlog in the backcourt. They said, let's go out there, get the best prospect that's a power forward available, and they did that in Keegan Murray. He was great in Iowa. He was very solid in Iowa, and I don't think he's going to be a starter to begin the season, but I think as it progresses, you'll definitely see him in the starting lineup. I know they have Sabonis. I know they have Harrison Barnes as well that can play the 3 or 4, but Keegan Murray looks really good. He can handle the ball. He can shoot post-ups. He's decent from 3. His 3-ball needs a bit of work, to be honest, but I just think record-wise as well, I think the Kings will have a better record than the Magic and the Rockets, so that may play a role in him winning Rookie of the Year. I don't think he'll put up better numbers than Paolo necessarily, but I think the record may help his case because being a starting rookie on a winning team, or more of a winning team than the other two, will definitely help his case. So, I mean, only time will tell, but I am very high on him, and this could be recency bias because of what I saw in the Summer League, and Paolo did get pulled from the Summer League early because he was just dominating that much. So, but, you know, it's a bold predictions video, so I had to throw one out there that was crazy. And my last bold prediction, the one that I'm the most excited about, and the one that's definitely going to come true out of all the ones. You can ignore all the other 4 that I said prior to this, because this one is actually coming true, and that is that my Los Angeles Clippers are winning the NBA championship. I'm not the only one that's saying it either, so it's really not that bold. A lot of people are thinking it, but I think it means more coming from a Clippers fan that has been through pain, a lot of tears shed, and a lot of blown leads, especially 3-1 leads. Guys and girls, this is our season. This is the Clippers season. We have the most depth and the best roster ever in the history of the franchise. Better than any Lob City team. Better than even dating back to when Bob McAdoo and all those guys were playing. I wasn't watching basketball back then. I wasn't even alive. But I'm telling you, this roster is incredible. We are 2-3 deep at every position. And quality as well. Even our rookies and our young players. Moussa Diabate, I don't know if you guys have been watching him in preseason and the summer league. He was a second-round pick this year, and he looks incredible. Steal. What a steal. We had another steal last season in Brandon Boston. You saw glimpses of him last season. It's going to be a bit of a shame that his playing time is going to decrease this season. But when you're going for a chip, the progression of young players will take a hit sometimes. And then also Jason Preston. You know, we have Amir Coffey, Luke Kennard's young, Terrence Mann is young. That's incredible. We have 2 starting lineups, essentially, from our bench players and our starters, with John Wall, PG, Kawhi, Zubac, Marcus Morris, and then off the bench you got Norman Powell, you got Reggie Jackson, you got Rocco, Robert Covington, you got Batum, and then you throw in like an Amir Coffey there, you're throwing a Luke Kennard, you're throwing in Terrence Mann. I'm super excited for this season, and honestly, I hate to get my expectations up, but I just have a feeling this is the year, guys. This is the year. I'd honestly be very surprised if we don't at least make the NBA Finals. I think the biggest threat to us in the West is definitely the Golden State Warriors. No doubt about that. But, I mean, we've seen what's kind of been going on with them behind the scenes, too, with the Draymond and Jordan Poole situation. I was going to make a video on it, but I decided not to because I didn't really know how to comment. I've never been in that situation before, so I didn't really have much to say on it. But who knows what's going to happen with the future of Draymond. I do believe that he'll stay, but that can cause some friction in their locker room. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I definitely think the Warriors are the biggest threat to us, or the Nuggets. I just think we're better, though. I just think we're better. And I think we're better than every team in the East, even the Celtics, because Ime Udoka, we're not going to comment on that, but you know what happened there. And then obviously Philly, they got Doc Rivers as a coach. I've been there, done that. So the Bucks as well. I think we're better than them. I think I'm setting myself up for failure, aren't I? I really am. Setting myself up for disappointment and failure again. But no, for real, if we stay healthy, that's the biggest concern for me. If the Clippers remain 100% healthy this season, they're winning the NBA championship. No doubts about it. And I'm kind of putting a caveat below that. I believe Paul George will win Finals MVP over Kawhi. I think the narrative just fits better for PG to win it over Kawhi. Kawhi's had 2 already. Give it to PG. PG's going to go off this season. He looks so locked in and so focused. I think it's probably been the most locked in and focused and healthy, to be honest, he's been since he's been a Clipper. And that's what's so crazy, because we've seen what he did when Kawhi went down a couple years ago, leading us to the Western Conference Finals, and even putting up great numbers against Suns in that the Suns in that series. Sorry. Yeah, it's just we got it, man. We got it this season. But yeah, those are my 5 bold predictions of this NBA season. Make sure to stay subscribed. I hope I'm getting better at content making. Like I said in the last video, though, if you have any constructive criticism for me, leave it in the comments below. I will definitely read it. I have some banging videos coming next, so stay tuned. Hit that notification bell to see it first when it first gets released. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope my bold predictions weren't too bizarre for you guys. I hope that some of them made sense. I personally believe they made sense, and obviously they're all going to come true because I am a future teller. I am a future seeker. I am a genie. Or is that the one that predicts the future? I guess if it is, then I am that. I am a genie in a bottle. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace.